What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Cato.
And I'm Spence Breland.
And welcome to another Rival Games topic. And today we're going to be talking about our top 10 games of 2019, considering it's the brand new decade. Oh, God.
Woo.
Can't believe it. So we can jump right into it. This is the year that I said would never come, but it's here, 2020. It made a game stop working. It made WWE 2K20 stop working.
I saw that in a couple other games, actually. It's crazy.
Y2K? Or what?
Yeah, exactly. All over.
So, we'll start it. We're just going to go through our list, do a little brief explanation. Nothing too crazy. We're not trying to hit 10 minutes or anything like that. So, you can leave in the comments below your top 10 games as well and tell us where our lists are horribly wrong and how
Always
we suck
wrong.
at games. So, before I do my list, a few caveats. One, I did not play Control, which
Shame.
I'm upset at. I know it is. Two, Gears 5 would have been on my list, but I had the most buggy, lagged out experience of my life, so it's not on my top 10, and it just pissed me off more than anything. And my last one, Link's Awakening was amazing. It didn't make the cut. It's incredible.
I totally forgot about that. I still wouldn't replace anything on mine. Yeah.
My girlfriend's playing it right now, and she's enjoying it very much.
Did you play Sekiro?
I did.
Okay. That's one game I didn't play, so don't kill me when it's not on my list.
Oh, it's all good. Alright, so, Spencer, what is your number 10 game of the year?
My number 10 is Outer Wilds, just because don't get confused with Outer Worlds. Outer Wilds is basically you just explore this tiny little universe and it resets after so long. And it's just a fun little game I didn't expect to like as much as I did. Because literally every time like it reset, I found something new, discovered something new, and it's just one of those games where you don't have to like play like an hour or two of it to get anywhere. You're literally playing a few minutes before it resets, and you're constantly just finding new things.
Yes, a lot of people that was their game of the year. A lot of people I saw.
Wouldn't say it's game of the year, but it's definitely a good game. Check out.
Yeah, a lot of people loved it. So my number 10, Luigi's Mansion 3. I did not play Luigi's Mansion Dark of the Moon. I love Luigi's Mansion 1. It is always a Christmas game to me because on Christmas morning back in the day, me and my brother opened up the GameCube and Luigi's Mansion and played through it. So I waited until Christmas. I got it. It is amazing. I love all the different areas you go through. It's just an incredible game. And the fact that there's like co-op with Luigi and everything you can play with someone, it's just a blast. And the multiplayer is just like, I haven't got to play it yet, but the multiplayer looks like stupid fun. So I had a blast with Luigi's Mansion 3. And yes, there's one common theme you'll see on this list is there's a ton of Nintendo games on it because Nintendo absolutely killed this year. So what's your number 9?
My number 9 is Pokemon Sword and Shield. Take it however you want it. It's my first Pokemon game since I played I want to say I played Pokemon Sun for a little bit, but I didn't get into it as much as I did like previous Pokemon games. I definitely like it. I feel like it's a little bit different take just because there's just like giant open areas like these monster Pokemon running around. And it's still Pokemon at its heart. Sure, you don't have all the Pokemon that you wish it would, but it's definitely a good Pokemon game.
Yeah, you know what, that's almost echoing what I'm going to say when it gets on my list, because I have not also played a Pokemon game since Gold. So, alright, my number 9 game is the game I'm currently playing through right now, Death Stranding. It's number 9. I fear that's a controversial game to put on the list. So, it is the weirdest game I've ever played. The supposedly boring part of the game wasn't very boring to me, like the first couple chapters. Crazy premise, there's a lot of stupid stuff. But the gameplay the world is incredible, and I love walking around. It's almost like cathartic, if that's the right word.
Yeah, because like a song will come on, and you're just like traversing this like wide open expanse, and it's a gorgeous game too.
Yes, and I love sci-fi, and it's the stupid, insane sci-fi stuff that I like. Sometimes a little too crazy.
Oh, just wait, it gets crazy.
Yes, so that is my number 9 game. Might rise up higher on the list, who knows? But for now, that is where it's at. So that's my final answer, number 9. So Spencer, what's your number 8?
Shockingly, my number 8 is Death Stranding. I'm a little bit further than Nick is in the game right now. I would say I'm probably about halfway through the game, and it's definitely grown on me. Like it was to me the first like couple episodes, it dragged on a little bit, but whenever you do get to episode 3, it like picks up and like everything just starts falling into place, and you start to like it more and more. Story's getting good. It's a great game.
I agree. So my number 8, Devil May Cry 5, a game that I never thought I'd get. I was waiting for this game forever. I love Devil May Cry since the first one on PS2, and I wanted a resolution to Nero, and Virgil and all that. And I got a good resolution. Amazing hack and slash combat. Capcom is on like just a tear that no one else is on. So play Devil May Cry 5. If you have Game Pass, play it. It's free on Game Pass. I have it on PS4, but I play it on Xbox as well. Amazing game. If it's too hard or for some other reason, don't feel bad about lowering the difficulty. It's all good. No one cares.
Speaking of Capcom, my number 7 is Resident Evil 2.
Oh boy.
Definitely a great game. It's what scratched my little survival horror like itch that I needed since I finished the Evil Within 2. I'm really excited about Resident Evil 3 just because I'm just expecting more too. The zombies, like just the horror gore graphics is just like intense. And it's if you like to survival horror, definitely go check it out.
Yes, that is not on my list, but I hear it's very good. So my number 7 is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. My favorite From Software game, beating out Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2. It is the most rewarding combat I've ever played, and there are what I feel like checkpoint bosses in the game that tell you that make you master the skills. And after you beat a specific fight against a swordsman, I'll leave it at that for no spoilers. It may have been one of my favorite achievements I've done in a game. Number 6, Spencer.
Yeah, speaking of games that aren't on your list, Nick, Control is my number 6. So basically, the whole like atmosphere and setting of Control is just like top tier Remedy, like Alan Wake vibes. Like it's amazing. The gameplay just from moment's really good. I mean, you feel kind of like superhuman, and then just the story is it's really what you expect from Remedy. The only thing I disliked about the game is their checkpoint system, because you could literally die in a fight, but you checkpoint like 30 minutes ago at some random spot, and you have to go all the way back through to get to it. So that's my only gripe with the game, but overall, really great game. If you like Remedy Entertainment's games, go check it out.
I will play it. My number 6, Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. Thank fucking God. Thank God. After the travesty of Mighty Number 9, the travesty of this, I was so concerned with this game that I was going to get just stung. But somehow, Iga pulled it off and made an incredible spiritual successor to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I love Metroidvanias. This game is incredible. It gave me that loop. I 100%ed the map. I love the game. It is so good. And I honestly, thinking back on it now, it should be higher than number 6 on my list, but it's not, because I'm an idiot. So thank you, Iga, for righting the wrong of Mighty Number 9 that I could go on a rant about all day. So, I'm done.
Well, it's only fitting that my number 5 would be Gears 5. Unlike Nick, I didn't have any issues with the game, like on the technical side, but I also did play it on my PC. So, I mean, it may be something between that. Overall, it's what I expected from a Gears game, if not more. It progressed the story. It literally had moments where I was like in tears from. It's just an intense game. You need to go play it. And if for some reason you don't have Xbox, PC, or anything, I also do have a Let's Play up. It's on another channel, so just you can tweet at me at Stormtrooper if you need the link to that.
I agree with you on the story beats. I love Gears 5. Dear God, if I fall through the world one more time, I'm going to end myself. I swear that the glitches put like 3 more hours into the campaign.
Oh, I'm sure, because I didn't believe you at all, but then you just kept texting about it. I was like, okay, maybe he's really having issues.
I was so mad. So, my number 5, Pokemon Shield. Unlike just like Spencer, I did not play a Pokemon game for years. The last one I played, I want to say I played Pokemon Sapphire. I don't know if I beat it, but I know I played Blue and Gold. So it's been years and years. All my friends love Pokemon. I just never really got into it. I tried playing Moon, and it was not good at all, so I didn't play it. But this game was great. It captured all those emotions for me. It made me feel like a kid again. It was awesome. I thought Inteleon was going to be lame, but he ended up being really cool. And he does a freeze at Death Beam. So play Pokemon Shield if you have a Switch. I also bought the Pokemon. I bought the limited edition Switch Lite of the Pokemon. So it's quite good. Spencer, what's your number 4?
My number 4 just may be more controversial being on a Game of the Year list than Death Stranding.
Oh, God.
It would be Days Gone.
Oh!
It literally hit every point I like about just junk food games for me. It's got the zombies. It's a third-person action-adventure open-world game. I couldn't ask for much more. anything with a zombie or just like action adventure, I'm just all over. It did take me a lot. Like I didn't play it like all together. Like I played it over like a couple months, and it's one of those games that I can just like go back to, pick it right back up where I was, and just fall in love with it all over again. It's not for everybody, but it's definitely a really good game, and I'm excited to see what comes with the sequel because I'm almost certain Ben Studios is working on one.
I want to also add on to that. That would have been on my honorable mentions. I love the game as well. Zombies aren't really my big thing. I want to say that one of my best gaming moments of 2019 was the first Freaker Horde I fought. Dear God, that was awesome. So shout out to them. I think the second game is going to be even better.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot better.
Yeah, I beat it and everything, and the story was pretty crazy. So, my number 4, Super Mario Maker 2. A lot of Nintendo on this list. If anyone knows me from the past, I worshipped Super Mario Maker 1. It was my game of the year that year. Like, I love that game. Infinite Mario, the hardest challenges, and it's just more of that with some extra bonuses. So, I love it. If you want to Switch, play it.
Yeah, I agree. But my number 3 would be Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. My favorite Star Wars game since Knights of the Old Republic. Gave me like Dark Souls type vibe meets Star Wars. Definitely left me wanting more. So I'm really hoping they continue with the story, but I'm not really sure how they would do it. If you're a Star Wars fan, go check it out. It's the best like lightsaber like type thing, and then like the whole last 15 minutes of the game just had me on the edge of my seat, just screaming for porn.
My number 3 is also Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So I agree with everything Spencer said. Is no offense to Vincent Pella, it's not in the same class as Knights of the Republic.
Come on.
It is the best Star Wars game I've played in a long time. I love the combat. I love pretty much everything about it. It's an incredible game. Star Wars games are on an upswing now because shout out Battlefront 2 is awesome now. You should play it. I'm excited because Vincent Pella took over a DICE LA.
Yeah.
Not mistaken. And they're doing an unannounced game. Please be Star Wars related. Please, God. So, yes, it is amazing. The combat's great. It's great to have a single-player Star Wars game again after all these years.
Yep.
That lives up to life. Spencer, what's your number 2?
My number 2 would be Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's probably my favorite Call of Duty game in a very, very, very long time. I would say, God, it's been like since one of the Black Ops games, like Black Ops 2 or 3. I mean, Black Ops 1 was my like go-to, but with Modern Warfare, you got the campaign. You didn't get that in the last Call of Duty game. Campaign is phenomenal. I played it both on PC and both on my Xbox, just because my PC had the ray tracing that I could make use of. And then the multiplayer is the best multiplayer in a very, very long time. Luckily, they didn't launch with the Battle Royale mode, so it's all the focus really been on the multiplayer. I'm assuming they'll probably add it in, but you never know. If you're a Call of Duty fan, go check it out. If you're a long-time old Call of Duty fan and you haven't played it in a couple of years, definitely go check it out.
I love the multiplayer of it. Great multi. My number 2, and it pains me that it's not my number 1 game, Kingdom Hearts 3. I can't believe I can say that I played this game. It was the most surreal moment in all of video game. My whole career life of video games was when I got that game. I have my video reaction to opening it. I went and played the demo early, and it was incredible. The last sequence of the game, I literally bawled tears 3 different occasions. I love the game. The ending kind of annoyed me a little bit, but this DLC that's coming out this month seems to right the wrong of that, hopefully. But it is so good. I love Kingdom Hearts 3. I can't believe I played it. I'm officially old. I love it. Man, it's hard to live up to like 15 years of hype. But it was fun. I enjoyed every minute of playing it. And Killjoy is not number 1. So Spencer, what is your game of the year?
My game of the year is one of my favorite studios. Luckily, Xbox just recently bought them. Obsidian Entertainment. Outer Worlds is my number 1 game of the year. Just because like I was constantly texting Walt, like me and Walt text back and forth while playing that game. And we literally had completely different experiences. And that's like the signs of a great RPG, is that I can play the game and somebody else can play the game and completely experience totally different things and outcomes than I did. You're a fan of RPGs, like kind of like Fallout, Elder Scrolls, that type of thing, go play it. Like, stop wasting your time. If you're a fan of Fallout New Vegas, drop everything you're doing, go play it. It's on Game Pass right now.
I played it for a little bit. It is a good game. I got absorbed into something else at the time it came out, and I need to get back to it. But it was very good when I played it. I got the New Vegas vibes.
Yeah, it's definitely a great RPG like New Vegas. Wouldn't say the story's as good as like other games, but it's just like fun to like just go through the game.
And it ratchets the pressure on Bethesda for Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield.
Because the last couple games have been a dud.
God, don't remind me, please. I don't lose faith. I'm not losing faith, Todd. I believe.
I believe in Todd, but Bethesda as a whole, I'm starting to lose.
Do you really right now, Will?
Yeah, because Bethesda's not the same Bethesda. Like, Bethesda has, like, a bunch of other studios. Like,
Yes.
okay, let me change it. I've lost faith in, like, Bethesda publishing. Now, like, Bethesda game studios, I still have.
I know, but Fallout 76, oh, God. And that was game. I know it wasn't their main branch, but still.
And then Wolfenstein wasn't as great as previous Wolfenstein sites.
But that's a tangent. My game of the year is a game that I literally almost didn't buy. A game that I didn't think it would be for me. I never played a game in the whole series before, and he's my least favorite Super Smash Bros. Character. Fire Emblem Three Houses is my favorite. Is my game of the year. This game was incredible. I played through it multiple times, over hundreds of hours in the game. So you get your like almost Persona-ish vibe from talking to all your teammates. You got the waifus, all that great stuff that you love. And then the combat.
I already know what your 2020 game of the year is going to be for you. Just saying.
Probably Persona Royal. But it's going to be Cyberpunk. But, because that's my most anticipated game ever. But anyway, the combat is something that I thought I would hate, and I ended up really falling in love with it. I never liked tactical games like that, like the grid-based things, and I love it. I am so glad I bought that game. And the fact that I almost didn't play my game of the year makes me think back of all the times I didn't play other games and ended up being incredible. So that is mine. Overall, what did you think of 2019 as a whole?
I think 2019 was a solid year. I think it was not as like great as other years, but I mean it was still a solid. Like once I look back on it, it was a great game for like great year for games. But next year is going to like whoop it. Like, all right, I mean this year. We're technically in 2020 now. This year is going to whoop it like with like no questions asked.
Yes. So for me, it was a down year. That great games. It was a down year. There wasn't one game, because I did flip back and forth between Kingdom Hearts 3 and Fire Emblem. The other years, there was just like multiple games where I'm like, oh man, that's goaty. Like for instance, going back a couple years when you had Horizon, Persona 5, and Breath of the Wild. It's like, holy crap.
Like this is one of the first years where I was like, okay, maybe I don't have like a top 10 game of the year. I was like, okay, may not have 10, I may have like 7 or 8, but it came together once I started looking at it.
It did. It was a decent year overall. Nothing, oh my god, to me, but all great. So let us know what your top 10 games are below, and thank you for listening. See you.
See you later.